Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Colby from Sanitarian Productions. We're back again with another G.I. Joe action figure review. In this episode, we're taking a look at the GIJoeClub.com exclusive figure subscription service Wave 8. This is figure 11, Bushido, part of the Ninja Force. So this is a very cool looking figure. This came from the later editions of the G.I. Joe vintage release, the Real American Hero line, from, I guess it was what, 92, 93 perhaps, when this figure originally came out. So I was a little past the time to pick it up when it was originally out. So the vintage figure that is. So I never actually had this figure in my original collection. So this is a new figure for me. So a new character. Kind of cool looking though. I'm kind of digging what I'm seeing so far. Again, a nice addition to the Ninja Force though. One of the few that we need to complete that set. So very cool looking. It does have some really nice artwork here on the front on the actual file card, figure stand, figure card thing. So let's flip this thing over and take a look and see what we got here. The enlarged version of that artwork. We have the file card down here at the bottom. So y'all can pause it right here. Let me get you a little bit more light up here. Feel free to pause anytime you want and take a closer look at that file card. Very nice. Again, Wave 8, Figure 11, so very cool looking. And we're going to go ahead and open this guy up and take a look and see what he's all about. So, yes. The original Ninja Force from the vintage line, pretty much all of them came with some sort of special action feature built into the actual figure. And I guess technically I was never really a fan of those kinds of figures, so that's one of the reasons I never really went out of my way to add those to my collection. I got some of the first released versions, so Shebang, Nunchuck, Storm Shadow, Slice and Dice, and some of those characters, but I never got these later releases, so this is kind of cool. Go ahead and cut the tape off some of these accessories to make it hopefully a little bit easier on us. And we do have the figure stand here that is actually taped in two places on the back. Some of the other figures from this wave have been taped as well, but usually only in one spot, so that's kind of interesting. Let me get rid of that tape though. We have a cool set of swords here. And a very interesting looking bit here. So we will zoom in here in just a moment and take a closer look at all those. Get that tape folded back up. We have this cool thing here, which is a little axe thing on a chain. Again, I don't know the name of the actual weapons, but they look cool. And then we actually have the figure itself, which I'm really digging the color scheme on this guy. So toss this to the side. Ooh, and he's got a removable helmet, so that's cool. So let's go ahead and zoom in real quick. So bear with us while we readjust here just a little bit. And straighten this thing out. Something like that should work for us. And because this is a kind of a white color figure, I'm going to cut our lights down a little bit here to see if we can get that to pop out a little bit better. Yeah, that might work. So it's going to be a little darker than usual, but should be fine. We have plenty of light to work with here. So anyways, we'll start off here with the actual figure stand. Traditional 25th anniversary figure stand, the raised G.I. Joe logo on the top, 2 foot pegs, codename Bushido on the front, standard 2007 copyright. Very cool. The weapons we have, let's start off here with these katanas. we'll slide those out. So we've got a very cool looking dual sheath to go on his backpack, and not a lot of detail work on here, but it still works really well. I've not really seen this particular style before, so this is cool. I do like the way that turned out. And they are removable, so you can kind of take one of them out and just use a single blade if you want to. And there's a little catch right there at the back side that keeps it from going all the way down, so that's really cool. The actual blades themselves don't have a whole lot of detail on them. They're kind of plain hilts. A little bit of detail work right there on where it attaches to the blade, and then the actual blade itself. So very nice though. Looks really cool. They do slide into the sheaths very nicely. Fits in there very well. And it looks like they're not going to come out, but they are not in there very snugly. So then we can attach it to his back like this. It is made out of that real flimsy plastic, but it still works pretty well. So that's really cool. I like that. So there is that. Then we also have, I got some little buggy things flying around. I don't know what those are. Must have come in from outside. This is really cool chain axe thing. Excuse me. Very cool silver blade on it. The rest of it really doesn't have a whole lot of detail work on it. Standard string thread for the chain, and standard kind of handle there here at the bottom. So nothing too special, but it's a really cool looking weapon anyways. And so we kind of saw that his helmet popped off. So we'll count that as an accessory. And let's take a look at it by itself. It's an update to the original Bushido helmet from the Retaliation line. Some really awesome detail work on this thing. It looks really awesome. And then you got this cool crazy demon thing on the front here. So that's really cool. It does fit on the guy's head pretty loosely. But if you'll notice here on the inside, it's got a little like impression there made. So if you take his actual head, it kind of shove it on there. It actually will lock into place pretty well, and it won't fall off nearly as bad as it looked to be. So that's really nice. Let's take the helmet off for a minute so we can actually see here. The actual head sculpt on this guy is pretty awesome. The paint job is not the greatest in the world, but I like the head sculpt. His eyes look a bit weird too. Moving on from there, some really cool detail work on the actual clothing. Again, it's kind of a reused figure, so we've seen it in other ninja figures, so I've always been impressed with it. He does get some new boots here. Again, they're white, so our lights are going to blow the detail out on these things, but very nice detail here in person anyways. And I really do like the color scheme on this thing. Here's the back view here. Really nice camo pattern here. He is supposed to be like an Arctic ninja, so that's kind of cool. And the color scheme definitely works well for that. Articulation wise, the head does spin 360 degrees. Plenty of up and down motion. Plenty of side tilt. Very nice. Standard ball and swivel at the shoulder joints. Standard ball and swivel at the elbow joints. We do get a swivel and a rocker, I think. A rocker at the wrist. So that is very cool. Standard chest twist and ab crunch feature going on there. So very nice. Standard T-hooks at the waist joints. Full front motion. Full back motion. Really cool side to side. We do get double knee joints and this weird swivelly rocker thing at the ankle joint. So all in all, really cool articulation here. Yeah, I'm actually really digging this guy. Let's go ahead and get him armored back up here. And you gotta press down a little bit just to get the helmet to snap in place there. You can try and line up his eyes inside of that. Looks really nice. His swords fit on his back very easily. That helmet doesn't get in the way whatsoever, which is nice. And then we get his crazy axe thing. So he gets to hold all of his weapons, which is always a bonus in my opinion. And that makes it look really cool. So I'm just noticing here this little web harness thing kind of come unbuckled. So you do get that from time to time, so you may just have to kind of mess around with that if yours is a little loose. But there we go. There is Bushido, the Arctic Ninja. I am really digging this figure, and I'm actually really impressed with this one. The colors really pop really well. It just turned out really amazing looking. So yeah, this is definitely a figure you're going to want to pick up if you haven't already. So be on the lookout for him. That's all the time we've got for today, so thanks for watching. Drop some comments down below. Let us know what you think of Bushido. If you'd like to see something specific in future episodes, let me know that in the comment section as well. I'll do what I can to get it out in front of you. Feel free to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Be on the lookout for more awesome videos coming down the pipeline. And until next time, yo Joe.